Thank you all for coming and welcome to Fowler Packing Company. We're very excited to be here today to take part in the official launch of the 2014 Fresno Food Expo. In just a moment, I'm going to be introducing Mayor Ashley Swearingen, who we're very happy to have here today. And she's going to be talking about the importance of this event, some highlights, and the impact that the date change will have on the fresh product offerings. But before I do that, I'd like to spend some time talking a bit about our family business and what the expo means to us. Fowler Packing Company was started by my grandfather, Sam Parnagian. Like most entrepreneurs, he started small, he saved his money, and eventually he was able to buy a small plot of land where he planted stone fruit. Every day during the summer harvest, he would spend his evenings picking his orchard, so that in the morning he could make the drive to the Los Angeles produce market and sell his fruit during the day. By 1950, he had saved enough money to open his first commercial packing house, and Fowler Packing Company was established. Starting off with only one grower, a good reputation, and a superior product allowed him to grow rapidly. The next 20 years afforded a similar success. And it was during this time that the first generational shift began to occur. Sam's four sons, Dennis, Ken, Randy, and Philip, were coming of age, and my grandfather's health was deteriorating. His four sons were eager to work in the family business, and my grandfather's willingness to relinquish not only ownership and control, but the day-to-day management set the stage for how this company would operate over the next 40 years. With this guidance from my grandfather, my dad and uncles quickly recognized the challenges to not only maintaining a family business, but also preparing it for future generations to carry on. This awareness resulted in them spending as much time succession planning as they did on the direction and vision for the company. They understood that without the proper structure going forward, the failure rate would be very high. And unfortunately, this outcome is more common than not in family-owned businesses. So far, all that planning has paid off. Today, Fowler Packing is 3 generations strong, with 15 family members actively involved in the business operations, from field to packing to sales to real estate. We truly are a family-owned business, and that's something we take immense pride in. Today, our operations span the valley, from Madera to Kern County. And through the years, the company has grown and expanded to become one of the largest shippers of fresh produce in the country, handling over 12 million boxes of stone fruit, table grapes, and mandarins. Recently, we undertook the largest expansion in our company's history, the completion of this 200,000 square foot facility and the addition of mandarins to our product line. In partnership with Paramount Farms, the two of our companies supply 65% of the country's mandarin crop. As the company continues to grow, the 7 of us currently active in the 3rd generation have already begun thinking about our kids in the next generation and how this legacy started by my grandfather Sam can continue on in their hands. We know that this cannot be achieved with family members alone. Our employees are critical, and they will be increasingly so in the years to come. The labor force for the ag industry has begun to change. Increasingly automated processes, like what you see here today, from highly technical color, defect, and size sorters, to the bagging and weighing machines, to the automated palletizers. These technologies have not eliminated jobs, but rather, with increased production, have elevated those employees to more technical and skilled labor positions. That is why we are so encouraged about what the Fresno Food Expo is doing. At the forefront of looking at what we are doing, what we have always produced in this region, and creating new markets, new product, processes, and most importantly, those things lead to jobs. In March of 2011, we participated in the first ever Fresno Food Expo. For our company, the Food Expo provides an opportunity to connect with buyers and industry professionals, building on existing relationships and forging new ones. It provides a chance to tell our story to the community we call home and build a greater awareness and sense of pride among the consumer base so that when they walk into a grocery store and see a bag of Halos or a box of Samson's grapes, they can look at it with pride and know that they are purchasing a quality product grown right here in their backyard. While all of us involved in the Food Expo are independent businesses working to create more market opportunity on an individual level, the Fresno Food Expo provides a unique opportunity to leverage the bigger food production industry in the San Joaquin Valley to make a big impact on buyers. At this time, I'd like to turn the mic over to the person really responsible for making the Fresno Food Expo happen and creating this incredible event. It's really a natural fit for this region. It's amazing. It hasn't been done before. Mayor Ashley Swearingen.
All right, thank you, Leland. Let's give a round of applause for Fowler Packing. What an incredible story. We are so proud of the success of this business and what it represents. It really is the gold standard for food and beverage businesses in the San Joaquin Valley, and we're so pleased that Fowler Packing calls Fresno home, and it's great to be here to announce the 2014 Fresno Food Expo. As Leland said, we've been at this since 2011. Our goals have remained unchanged. Our goals are simple. We want to help San Joaquin Valley food and beverage businesses sell more of their products, because when they do, not only do customers benefit from the high quality products that are produced here, but our community benefits as jobs are added, as businesses expand. This is a win-win for Fresno and the San Joaquin Valley to see the growth of the food and beverage industry in our region. Starting back in 2011, we said we want as many buyers as possible, from restaurants, from supermarkets, from institutional users, you name it. Anyone who's interested in purchasing products from the San Joaquin Valley, we want them to come. We also said we want to increase awareness among Fresnans and among the San Joaquin Valley about just what is made here each and every year. There's a sense of pride that all of us experiences when we realize we are the home of 65% of the nation's nectarine products. Did I get that right? Mandarins, sorry, and probably nectarines as well. I can say I had Halos for breakfast this morning. I'll probably be eating them for lunch, and my kids love them, and it's just one example of the products that when you find out, hey, that was made here, there's a sense of pride that we all get from knowing exactly what our economy produces every year. And then we're also looking to put this industry on the map. We have so many different companies that sell so many different products here in the San Joaquin Valley. I often think our message to the rest of the nation and the world gets diffused because we have 300 or more different commodities that get produced and sold out of Fresno County. Everyone has their own marketing budget. Everyone has their own target audience they're trying to reach. And as a result, no one ever stops to take time to see that all that came from the San Joaquin Valley. So we're trying to raise our profile and the profile of the industry around the world. So what to expect in this year's show? Well, first and foremost, we expect our exhibitor numbers to grow even farther. We started in 2011 with just 65 exhibitors. Our goal for this next year, we are aiming at least 140 companies putting their products on display here. If we hit that mark, we will have grown the show more than twice its original size in just 3 years, which would be outstanding. Our growth in buyers. This last year, we had 620 buyers come and walk the show. That was up from 200 our first year. Again, outstanding growth. Our goal for this next year is that we would see, I'm looking for the number here. What's our goal, Deb? 700 buyers. 700 buyers will come and walk the floor of the show at the Fresno Expo, Food Expo. And then lastly, we want to reach as many consumers as possible. So in the evening hours of the show, when the doors open and members of the public can come in and see what's made right in their own backyards, we expect to have over 1,200 people visit the show this year. So if we hit all those marks, I think we'll all look at ourselves and say, this show is indeed hitting its goals and making a real difference in the local economy. This would not be possible if it was not for the support from the industry. And as Leland said, it means competitors in some cases coming together in order to cooperate and grow the market for everybody. So I want to say a special thank you to our Industry Advisory Committee. Many of the members joined me here at the front. And then also I want to acknowledge someone who you'll hear from in just a moment, Union Bank, who has been one of our cornerstone sponsors. This is the second year of a 3-year sponsorship from Union Bank, and really is a demonstration of their commitment to helping grow Fresno area and San Joaquin Valley businesses. All right, so important things you need to know. First of all, we're moving the show. We are moving the show to July this year, and the question is, why are we moving the show? Well, we've heard loudly and clearly from companies throughout the valley that they produce fresh products, and when the show is held in the spring, they're excited about it, but they can't put any of their products on display. And so they've requested that we move it back several months so that products like you see all around us today can actually be put on display. So we'll see this year for the first time finished food products and fresh products combined, and that's going to be a terrific addition. We also want to make sure that companies throughout the San Joaquin Valley know now is the time to get your spot at the show. So if you register now, between now and February 15th, you're going to get your early bird discount. This is a very affordable show, and there's no reason why businesses throughout the San Joaquin Valley don't make plans today to make it to the Fresno Food Expo. All right, so those are the big things we have in store for us. We're excited about this year's show. And again, it would not be possible if it wasn't for our industry committee, our advisors. And one such advisor is Denver Schutz. He's from Gorawan Farming. And I'm very pleased to introduce him now and ask him to comment on the importance of the Fresno Food Expo. Denver, come on up.
Thank you, Mayor Swearingen. As she said, my name is Denver Schutz, and I'm with Gorawan Farming. A few things I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to talk about our participation at the show, and then I'm going to talk about some opportunities that we think that 2014 offers to not only us, but other companies that may get involved. We had first attended the show in 2011. After attending the show, we knew this was something that we wanted to be involved with. So in 2012, we became an exhibitor and major sponsor. The Expo provided a valuable platform for us to tell our story and also support this Valley initiative and also support the community. As a large business with many distribution channels already in place, you may wonder, why does Gorawan Farming want to participate in a show like the Fresno Food Expo? Well, the benefits are widespread. At the Expo, we're able to make new connections with companies in our industry as well as the consumer, letting them know who Gorawan Farming is and what we do. Building these relationships within our community supports the growth of our business that can only be found through participating in a regional food show based in the San Joaquin Valley. Additionally, last year, we were able to make many key connections with large buyers on a national and international level. Adding the Fresno Food Expo's new product award, first launched last year, gave us an added platform to showcase our new Prima Peach consumer package. And this consumer package is a consumer box with a nested tray that protects the fruit, viewing windows so the consumer can actually see the fruit that they're buying, as well as unique finger holes to aid in carrying the package. Our new package was also featured in the publication The Packer, which just gave the package and our company additional exposure. Now that the Fresno Food Expo's date shift is to July 24th, 2014, we will not only be able to showcase our brand and our innovative packaging, but now we'll be able to share our product with consumers and the public. They'll be able to come by our booth and taste our juicy and flavorful Prima brand peaches, plums, and nectarines. From a fresh perspective, we're a fresh food producer. And moving the date of the 2014 Fresno Food Expo opens up a great opportunity for other fresh food producers to get involved and grow the event. And let's be honest, fresh food producers want to share their product at the show. The 2014 Fresno Food Expo will now provide an even more impactful event, highlighting the full breadth of food production in the San Joaquin Valley. It will now give a strong visual to one of our major themes going into the 2014 event. And that major theme is the Fresno Food Expo showcases everything from fresh to finished. As Leland Parnagian pointed out earlier, the new date of the Fresno Food Expo allows buyers the convenience to schedule their site visits during the time of the expo. So suppliers can come, or retailers can come, do normal business with their suppliers, but then also take advantage of attending the show, seeing a variety of food producers, all in one room, and discover new products, new companies, and new ideas. It is very important that our local food producing companies, big or small, fresh or finished, stand up and take part in this great event. Where else can we use our unified voice as the largest ag producing county in the world? And I want to repeat that. The largest ag producing county in the world to draw attention from buyers across the board. Fresh produce, center store, gourmet specialty, industrial buyers, and even chefs. So decide today to be part of the Fresno Food Expo and take advantage of this great and valuable resource. I'd now like to turn the podium over to Julius Robinson from Union Bank. Thank you.
Thank you all very much. Before I begin, I just want to get a moment of silence here. Thank you. So that sound that you hear over my shoulder is the sound of commerce, and it is the lifeblood of the Fresno area and the entire Central Valley. It is also part of a shared vision that Union Bank, our mayor, as well as members of the business community have of what can happen in the Central Valley and in Fresno. I think, as I said last year, as we kicked off our initial sponsorship, that Union Bank was inspired by a vision that Ashley had shared with us about trying to transform the Central Valley and build the economy. And so with that in mind, I look over at this table, and I'm pleased to see that it looks bigger this year than it did last year. And so maybe that's a sign that some of the things that we started to do last year are taking root and are starting to grow. Additionally, it's my pleasure to be here at the Fowler Packing Company as we start to highlight some of the entrepreneurial spirit that I just spoke of in Fresno and the Central Valley. We are happy to be a partner with the Fresno Food Expo, Mayor Swearigan, the City of Fresno, and all of our Expo partners, because it is a shared and common goal that we have in driving positive economic growth in the region. This is our second year, and we couldn't be more excited about this partnership as being the presenting sponsor for the Fresno Food Expo to help bring awareness to the business opportunities in this area. Equally auspicious, this year marks our 150th anniversary since our founding in 1864. In those years, Union Bank had been committed to doing right and supporting generations of family farmers, growers, and entrepreneurs. So we take great pride in maintaining that long-standing relationship with these small businesses here in the Valley who are helping to create jobs and help the economy grow. Our team provides specialty lending and financial expertise to help customers produce and export their products, not only in the United States, but throughout the world. And we have a real commitment to investing in Fresno and its small business community. I'm also pleased to announce that we now have the Union Bank Technical Resource and Assistance Center in Fresno that supports small businesses that are growing and need assistance. What's unique about that is it is also representative of several organizations coming together under one roof to support the growth and the technical expertise of small business, and we couldn't be more prouder for being a part of that. In addition, we're active in the community banking and agricultural lending business in the Central Valley. And I'd like to take a moment to recognize a few of my colleagues that are here. First of all, a very dear friend and a senior vice president and regional manager for our commercial banking operations in the Valley, Mr. Mike Garasian. Mike. so germane to what we're doing today is my second colleague, also a very good basketball player, David Stepp. David is a senior vice president and regional manager for our agricultural lending business. He is definitely a guy that you want to see while you're here. Not only are both these gentlemen Fresno natives, but they're also very well integrated into the business community. They understand what your needs are, they can speak your language, and they have a very successful track record of working with small businesses and making them large businesses. So on behalf of the entire Union Bank team, I want to encourage all small businesses to attend the Fresno Food Expo this year. It helps drive, as I said, the future economy. It is also an opportunity for food producers and non-food producing companies to network, establish relationships, and support the expo. When you come to the expo, it's a chance to see firsthand the effect that the agricultural businesses and its services provide in producing vitality to our economy. For growers, to packing and transportation, to using fresh produce in the finished product, you'll all see it at the Fresno Food Expo. Finally, I'd like to just share with you a little bit of my thoughts about the expo last year. We were there and we were walking through, and it was really a beehive of activity. As somewhat of an outsider, my usual introduction to food is going to the grocery and picking up the finished product. It was exceedingly interesting to see what happens behind the scenes, how distributors and growers and producers are talking with some of the manufacturers, retail representatives, and actually seeing that transaction happen. And there were many deals that were struck as a result of the Fresno Food Expo, and Union Bank was just so proud to be a part of that. We really are tied to this valley. We are making a commitment in this valley. It's certainly exemplified by the Fresno Food Expo, but it is also part of our long-standing heritage here in the valley. So we really, really want to make sure that this is a success as well as the valley. So we encourage all small businesses to get involved with this year's expo. If you weren't there last year, you definitely should be here this year. Your support will help spur the positive economic growth in the valley, and it also sends a strong message about the value that the Fresno Food Expo brings. And finally, I want to applaud Mayor Swearengin and her team and leadership in establishing the Fresno Food Expo. The Expo team has been dynamic. They have provided us with a lot of technical assistance and support. And David Nelchalzian, where is David? Is he here? Yes, of course, you're in the background just making things happen, the way a good orchestrator should be. Thank you so much for all of your support. You have made the relationship between Union Bank and the Expo just so much stronger by your presence. So we're proud to stand beside all of our partners here for the Fresno Food Expo. Union Bank finally is committed to helping small businesses grow. We're invested in this community. And finally, I'd like to thank Mayor Ashley for her vision and her welcoming spirit. The collaboration between the city government and Union Bank has been unprecedented. And I go to a lot of cities, but the door is definitely open. The hand is always extended, and we meet and form a great partnership. So thank you all very much. And now I'll turn it over to Ashley.
Very good. Thank you so much. All right. So July 24th, 2014, mark your calendars for the 2014 Food Expo. If you're a food business or a beverage business in the Fresno area or the San Joaquin Valley, you want to go to the website right away, fresnofoodexpo.com, and make plans to attend the exhibit this year. There is only one place where you can, in one evening, sample cake batter flavored vodka, root beer flavored milk, chocolate dip fruits. What other products do we have there? Incredible an assortment of products, and I know that Fresnans and people from around the valley look forward to coming out as well. It may be hot on July 24th, but it'll be very cool at the Fresno Food Expo. So with that, we look forward to seeing you all there, and look forward to the continued success of the Fresno area food industry. Thank you for coming, and we'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. All right, very good. Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun. Wonderful. Not every day we can show it off.